Do not fight if you are old in the UFC. What's up, y'all? Bam Matt now. I'm Matt. You know the deal. This is another betting video. 3 days from now, the UFC has a fight night. The main event of the night is Curtis Razor Blaydes versus Alexander Drago Volkov. Your co-main event is Josh, no nickname, Emmett versus Shane Hurricane Burgos. Everything else, decent fighters. This is a decent fight card. I'm not complaining about this fight card compared to the last fight card, which is arguably the worst fight card. Who knows? My opinions. Dana didn't like when I said that. Check out my last videos to see what I'm talking about. Let's get into the bets. I got 2 parlays and a regular bet on a special fighter on this fight card that I just mentioned. We'll get into that. My first parlay is on Curtis Blaydes. The reason why I think Curtis Blaydes is going to win is because number 1 is Curtis Blaydes. The only 2 people who can beat Curtis Blaydes at the moment is Francis Ngannou and Stipe Miocic. Alexander Volkov, he's a nice dude. He's a decent fighter. I'm not gonna lie, the fight with Fabricio Werdum did not impress me. Fabricio is 42, middle-aged man. He's fighting with the gut, doesn't have his strength. He does have his fight IQ though. The man's a brilliant grappler slash jiu-jitsu artist. There's no denial there. He did a good job on that. But do I think he's ready for Curtis Blaydes? No. Curtis Blaydes is a strong dude. He's a smart fighter. He realizes if he can't outpoint you, if he can't beat you at your game, he's just gonna ground and pound. That's what he did with Junior Dos Santos. Got Junior Dos Santos on the ground after he couldn't take him down multiple times and just started throwing those razor blades. That's probably why his name is that. Corny. Yeah, I know. My second fight on my main event parlay is Josh Emmett versus Shane Burgos, and this is the risky aspect of my parlay because honestly this fight can go either way, but I put my money on Shane Burgos. But before I tell you why, I just want to say this is the most exciting fight to me on this fight card, just because Shane Burgos is such an interesting fighter to watch. This man has killer reflexes, great footwork, and he's an entertainer. He's just a showman, and I love the way he fights, and I put my money on him. That being said, he is such a showman. That's the only reason why he lost one of his fights. He was too busy, doing the Anderson Silva, dodging punches, got clipped in the chin, got knocked out. That's what happens when you don't take the game seriously, when you don't take your fighter seriously. Respect your opponents, y'all. That's what you need to do. I know he's gonna respect Josh Emmett because number 1, he has to learn from that lesson because he's never gonna become a champion if he doesn't learn from that lesson. Number 2, Josh Emmett's 15-2. The man is cold-blooded, right? Josh Emmett is a good fighter. Do I think he has what it takes to take on Shane Burgos? I pray that he doesn't because I have my money on Shane Burgos. It's going to be a close fight. I'm very excited. They're both fighting at 145. So we'll see who wins that. Now, my prelim parlay. My first fight is favoring Brianna Van Buren. Brianna Van Buren has a strong foundation in wrestling, and she fights at the American Kickboxing Academy. I watched her fight. She's a tough girl. She's crazy. She's fighting against Tecia Torres, right? Tecia Torres, she trains at American Top Team. Great school, phenomenal school. 2 schools are great in their own ways, so no one has a significant training advantage over the other. They come from 2 great places. But the thing is, she's on a 4-loss streak. 2 of those fights are losses from great fighters. Weili Zhang and Joanna, right? Those 2 women, those are just phenomenal contenders, phenomenal performers, phenomenal athletes. You can't talk and be like, oh, she's trash because she lost those 2 people. The other 2 girls, I don't know, right? So the question is, are all these 4 fighters excuses for this girl losing 4 times in a row, or does she have some current mental block that made her lose 4 fights, right? And if she does have that mental block, is it going to be for a 5th fight, or are these 4 fights steam for her to push past to the 5th fight and reclaim that victory so she doesn't get kicked off the UFC? Because really, if I was Dana or any of these matchmakers, after she lost the 5th fight, she's not even a gatekeeper anymore, right? After she lost 5 fights, like, you're just skewing the betting odds, like you're not helping at all, right? Nah, not cool. The second part of this parlay is the risky aspect, and that's Roosevelt Roberts versus Jim Miller. And I put my money on Roosevelt Roberts. He's 10-1. Man goes a distance. He has that mental fortitude. Anytime I see a UFC fighter fighting out of the UFC's fight camps, there's some mentally tough dudes. They sleep, train, and eat with their competition. They're used to that rivalry. They're used to seeing the opposition close up. So I have no doubt that this man is mentally tough. The fact that he was doing so well in UFC fight camp just shows that he's technically skilled, right? The reason why I think this is such a risky fight is because Jim Miller is just such an experienced dude. That's it. That's the only reason. I'm really afraid of Jim Miller's experience. He's won 31 fights. He's lost 14. He's not an impossible dude to beat, but he just has that experience at the end of the day. And experience goes a long way, especially against some dude who's only fought in 11 fights and who's just now really facing some hard competition. So, put more money on him. Now, who is my fighter? The fighter of the day is Clay Guida. Now let me be honest here, I'm not stupid enough to put my money on Clay Guida. Clay Guida is like 40 years old. That's cap. He's 38 years old. Still the same thing, right? He's an old man. And man, I actually have clear memory of watching Clay Guida fight when I was like 8 years old. Now, is that bogus of me putting my money on Clay Guida? No, you shouldn't be fighting at this age. Old men, stop fighting in the UFC. Do not fight if you are old in the UFC. Fabrizio Verdum, Clay Guida, BJ Penn. Don't stop fighting. Stop fighting. Stop fighting, right? You guys are way past your age. You guys had your shine. You guys had your glory days. Cool, stop fighting. You are bruising your egos. You are messing up your brains. You are getting concussed. You guys are getting hit so hard. Your chins are gone. You will get knocked out. Stop fighting at this age. Do something. Stop fighting. Go somewhere. Make your own TV show. I would love to watch Clay Guida be a little crazy party animal. I would love to listen to Clay Guida talk about fight commentary and tell me his opinions on certain fights. I would love to see Clay Guida just do something different. I don't want to see bro get knocked out. I don't even know Bobby Green like that, but I think he's capable of knocking out Clay Guida. Clay Guida, not only is he an old man, but he's a wild man. Wild men get caught. They're not technical. They fight with their heads down. They swing with their eyes closed. Yes, they barrage you with 1,000 punches waiting for that lucky one, but they're gonna get caught, right? That's why my money is against Clay Guida. Old men, stop fighting. Old women, stop fighting. If you're old, stop fighting. Stop fighting. It's hard for me to watch. I don't find your fights interesting. You're not at your peak performance. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch an old man get knocked out. I don't want to watch you feel bad about yourself because you lost your shine. Just stop. Know when to stop. Clay Guida, know when to stop. Stop taking fights. According to Tapology, the career disclosed earnings for Clay Guida is $1,235,000. You have money. Stop fighting. Stop fighting, Clay Guida. I don't want to see this. I put my money against you. If you make me lose my money, okay. Still, stop fighting. Do you guys think Clay Guida should still be fighting? Comment down below. Let me know when you think a fighter should stop fighting. Because seriously, I don't like seeing these old people fight. It's awful. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, watch my other videos. They're pretty interesting. I should have other content coming out. I just ordered some equipment, so stick around. Enjoy the ride. Thank you for visiting my channel.